Hi, Glenn and Kara here from Cure Sanfilippo Foundation. We wanted to thank everybody as we head into 2016 for all of their support in 2015 and 2014. The last 2 years have been incredible, just with people sharing our cause, our story, and our urgent mission to stop the disease Sanfilippo syndrome. We've raised over $3 million, again thanks to you, and are making a big impact in being able to fund urgent research, critical research to hopefully save children's lives.
2015 has been a pretty amazing year as far as trials getting going for Sanfilippo syndrome in the way of enzyme replacement, and those are for Sanfilippo type A and B. They're showing some early promising signs of that treatment, and we're really hoping that some more data becomes available and that kids really do benefit from the treatment. But that's just for a handful of children, and our hope, of course, is that all children have a treatment and aren't left to suffer from this disease. And that's why we're working so very hard to help push the science and the research forward by way of strategic funding with your help, so that children and families have hope, so that they're not left behind.
There are a lot of Sanfilippo children out there living with this today that, by virtue of the number of clinical trials that we know of being planned, are going to be left out. And you might say, well, they can wait until the next trial or the next phase. This is a disease where you can't wait. We know what a year's difference does to a child. We've seen it in Eliza in 2 years. It's significant, but there's so much life and fight and positivity in these children, and so much is still in there.
We just need to give them a hand. We need to give them that lifeline to let them fulfill their potential that every parent wants to give to their child. We thank you so much for your support. We would not be able to have the impact that we've had in helping to support the science and support the researchers and support upcoming clinical trials without your help. It has been absolutely instrumental. And also for your help in sharing the word about Sanfilippo. So many children are diagnosed later than they could be, and getting the word out and making sure that child care providers and pediatricians and parents and anyone who works with children, particularly children who are showing autistic features, knows to think about Sanfilippo syndrome. You've made a world of difference in getting the story out there, and have, as a result, several children have been diagnosed because of those efforts. So we just can't thank you enough for that, and hope that you'll continue on the journey with us and continue to share and spread the word about Sanfilippo.
We got into this not sort of knowing about the things behind the scenes, the hospitals, the biotechs, the pharmaceutical industry, the regulatory with the FDA. We know certainly a lot more than we did then, and really money. Money is one of the big things. These productions of trying to get drug, trying to get research, trying to get treatments cost enormous amounts. So as we go into 2016, we think about the so many children that have joined our foundation and families that have joined our foundation. The numbers of Sanfilippo families and children that are out there are a great number, a greater number than probably treatments and trials are in line to treat. So we have got to think about going big, meaning, does it all come down to money? Unfortunately, a lot of it, the answer is yes. And I think we'd be doing a disservice to these families and to Sanfilippo syndrome and trying to stop it if we were to to not shoot for the stars in 2016 and aim high, and that's what we're going to do. But you've done a lot already. You've done more than your share, so many of you, and again, we want to thank you for that. And again, we feel it is our duty as a foundation to help reach out beyond those supporters that we already have, to find a new group. I truly believe that parents out there that can put themselves in our shoes and other Sanfilippo parents' shoes understand. And they understand in a way that if they hear our story and they hear our call to action, they will help. It's about getting that information in front of them in a way that allows them to do that. Whether it's a video, or whether it's a photo, or whether it's a story or an article, we are the ones that have to get that fresh information, that new information. We have to provide information about where the funding is needed. And some of the funding, we are in the process of figuring out still where that funding is going to be needed, because as you can imagine, some of these trials and some of these different methods are in the very early stages of being tested. I mean, the gene therapy is a good example, some of which we're waiting on to see. If some of these prove that they do indeed work, and potentially work very well, which certainly we all hope, well then that kind of can guide us as to where future funding is needed, particularly for this generation of kids that has it today, so we don't leave them behind, and then certainly for setting up a cure or a treatment for future generations. So this is us on a, what night is it? Tuesday night? Wednesday night. Wednesday night. Yeah, before New Year. So this is what we do in the evening. Kara gets her computer out and a laptop, and I get mine. You've got some papers there of going through
science articles.
The science, which I don't understand the science as much as she does. But this is what we do. We work on the foundation. It's that important to us. It's going to continue to be important to us until our mission is met. And it's become an honor and sort of a privilege to do this, to hopefully make a difference. And we know we're making a difference, but we have to get there. There could be a long road ahead to get to that ultimate goal, and that's all we're doing. That's all we're doing is making a contribution. There's a lot of families, a lot of foundations around the world fighting this, a lot of parents fighting this, and a lot of supporters like you. The kids are asleep, and Eliza's sleeping well, so that's a good thing. We're hanging in there, and we have something about the new year. It is renewed hope for this 2016 that that things will come, that these treatments and trials will come in time for children, that we're able to shoot for the stars in fundraising and raise enough money to do whatever we need to do for the kids that are out there. We hope you all had a great holiday and a happy new year. And bring on 2016. Yeah, please continue to follow us. We hope to have some great stuff coming out.
Yeah, we're ready for the best year ever. We're just really hopeful, and have to look forward and think positively about all the great things that are in store for our foundation, for our family, and for the hope of all families with children suffering from Sanfilippo.